Greetings parents, for the Muslim parents, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. So before I start, allow me to mix in both English and Malay for the benefit of the non-Malay speaking parents, yeah. Okay, so my name is Balkis, and for today's short sharing session, the topic given to me is Introduction to New Malay Secondary Syllabus, specifically Paper 1. So first and foremost, we need to know who are actually affected by this new syllabus, yeah? So currently in 2023, the batch that are affected by this new syllabus are actually the current Sec 3 students and below. So meaning Sec 3, Sec 2, and Sec 1. The current Sec 4s and Sec 5s, they are still taking the old syllabus. So in other words, this new syllabus won't affect them at all. So the current O-level students lah. Yeah? Okay, so all the information that I'll be sharing today actually can be found in either MOE website or SEAB website. So if you go to MOE website, under the subject, I think subject offered, subject offered under mother tongue for Malay language, you can see these these two syllabus, which is the 2011 Malay language and 2021 mother tongue languages. Yeah. So for the 2011 Malay language, these are the current, these are the ones that the current Set 4 and Set 5 are taking. 2021 mother tongue language, the first one are the ones that the Set 3 and below will be taking. So if you click on the two syllabus there, you'll find these two booklets. For on my left here, sure if you can see the left or not. So but this one on the left here is actually the old one and this one is the new one. So as you can see here, the old one is in Malay and the new one is in English. So as you can see, pelaksanaan bermula kohort menengah 1 tahun 2011, meaning the first set ones or the set ones that are taking this this syllabus is starts in 2011. However, this one, the 2021 secondary one cohort will be the first cohort to take this syllabus, this new syllabus. I suggest you go straight to SEAB instead of looking at these two booklets, because these two booklets is it's a bit too technical and a bit too pedagogical. So if you want a straightforward answer, you can just refer to the SEAB website instead. So if you go to SEAB website, under the examinations, there are two sections that you can choose from. One is from the current or the 2023 examination, and the other one being the 2024 examination. So the 2023 examination will show you the old Malay syllabus, meanwhile the 2024 ones will show you the new syllabus. So for the 2023, as you can see here, for the higher Malay, today we'll only be looking at higher Malay and Malay, yeah? So for the higher Malay, the subject code is 117, and the Malay one is the subject code is 1148. If you see the 2024, if you click on the 2024 one, the subject code is actually the same. Although we call it new syllabus, it's actually old syllabus that is revised. So therefore, the subject code remains the same, 117 and 1148. If you go to the 2023, you can see there's no paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3 breakdown. If you click on the subject name, they will show you the breakdown of the format of the exam paper. However, for the 2024, they break down paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and you can see overall the format of the paper. This is because if you click on this paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, they will show you a sample paper. Since it's the first year, right? Next year will be the first year these students are taking it as a major exam, O-level exam. So they give you the sample paper. So if you need a sample paper, you can check here on the website itself, SEAB, yeah? And there's only one lah, there's only one set, but better than nothing, right? Okay, so if you click on the subject name, you can see there's the information booklet here. If your children are taking O-level next year, please refer to this, the information booklet, first year examination 2024 here, instead of this one, yeah? So let's go through what are the difference actually. So paper 1, or usually we just call it as kertas karangan, but there's actually two components inside. So the first one is the section A, which is functional writing. So for functional writing, this is the old syllabus, yeah, Malay language 1148. students are to write informal email or formal email of at least 120 words that carries about 20 marks. And then for section B, essay writing, students are to write either descriptive, narrative, or expository essay that carries 40 marks. And students are to write at least 240 words. For the new syllabus, section A, functional writing, students are to write either formal email or forum or blog, which carries 20 marks also, and minimum of 120 words. For section B, essay writing, students are to write either narrative or expository, which carries 40 marks, with at least a minimum of 240 words. So if I were to put it side by side to see a clear difference between these two new syllabus, as you can see for the old syllabus, for section A or functional writing, there's either informal email or formal email for the old syllabus. However, for the new syllabus, there is no longer informal email section. So for every section A, for every functional writing section, students have the choice to either write informal writing or formal writing. For the old syllabus, the choices are informal email or formal email. However, for the new syllabus, it's formal email and forum or blog. So the forum or blog being the informal writing. So they replace the informal email with a forum or blog. Okay, so for section B, essay writing, the difference is for the new syllabus, there will no longer be descriptive essay. So just a quick information here. So what are the difference between descriptive and narrative writing? Because both of this writing actually tells a story. Students are to write a story. Yes, correct. Students are to write a story, whether being descriptive or narrative. So descriptive essay, as the name suggests, it focuses more on descriptive words. So like adverbs and adjectives, those kind of things. However, for the narrative, it focuses more on storyline. For descriptive, it is not necessary to have a storyline. Storyline being starting pengenalan, and then followed by masalah, and then followed by climax, and then followed by penyelesaian, then followed by penutup. Yeah, that is a complete storyline. So descriptive, students are not it's not unnecessary to write it with a perfect storyline. As I mentioned just now, it focuses more on the language part itself. Okay, so expository essays remain included in this section B. Yeah. So that is for Malay language. So for higher Malay language or Bahasa Melayu Lanjutan, so for the old syllabus, section A and section B, section A functional writing, as you can see here, it didn't list down here what are the formats that they are supposed to write. But here you can see that it's either email, forum, or blog, context formal atau tidak formal, meaning to say it's formal or informal email, or formal or informal forum, or formal or informal blog. And then the section A will carry 20 marks and a minimum of 140 words. Section B, the essay writings, students have to write either narrative, descriptive, or expository or argumentative. So the expository or argumentative, because this section, there's 3 questions. So it's either narrative, descriptive, expository, or narrative, descriptive, argumentative. Yeah, something like that, okay? So this section B will carry 60 marks and students have to write at least a minimum of 380 words. For the new syllabus, section A, functional writing, will either be formal email or informal forum. And then section B, essay writing, is either narrative or expository. So again, if I were to put it side by side to see a clear difference of those two new syllabus, the section A for the functional writing, for the old syllabus, it's formal or informal email, formal or informal forum, formal or informal blog. However, for the new syllabus, it's either 2 only, formal email and informal forum. So as I mentioned just now, for every section A, for every functional writing, students are given the choice to either answer informal writing or an informal writing. A formal writing or an informal writing. So for the new syllabus, the formal, it will be the email writing, and the informal will be a forum writing. So there will no longer be informal email or blog. It will only be formal email or informal forum. the number of words remains the same and the carry marks also remains the same. So for section B, it's similar to Malay paper. They will no longer be descriptive. They will only be narrative and expository. For the old syllabus, they will still be descriptive. And another difference is they will only be expository. There will be no argumentative essay writing. So that is actually all from me. That's all from me. If there are any questions, feel free to drop us an email or text us. Our numbers actually, you can actually contact any of our centers, and the center coordinators will forward your question to us. Okay, yeah. That's all from me. I hope you have a nice day and thank you for listening.